everyone. My name is Dr. Jeff Innocent, your life coach, and once again, I am on your screen to talk about something that I believe has been very disturbing. It's been a major hindrance to fulfilling success, and of course, this is something that even me, as an individual, struggled with a lot of times, and I'm still struggling with it a little bit. It's a process that we know we all have to get involved in and to make sure that we get this thing eradicated and taken care of in our life if we must move on to this journey of success. Excuse me. I want to talk about procrastination. Procrastination. This is very major problem in the school of success. And some of you have been victimized by this force of procrastination, or this habit of procrastination. And of course, procrastination is putting things off, not taking actions when you need to take action. And I read from Napoleon Hill, and he tried to define procrastination. I remember he said procrastination is a bad habit of putting things off until day after tomorrow what should have been done day before yesterday. The habit of putting things off for day after to be done day after tomorrow, something that should have been done day before yesterday. Oh man, does that make sense to you? I mean, are you trying to figure out what part you are playing in this particular message? Because I think that you have something to benefit from. You got to find yourself in this message. Of course, procrastination has been a major hindrance to a lot of lives. It's messed a lot of dreams up. It destroyed a lot of future. And so tonight, I want to talk about when I want to talk the reason for procrastination, and I'm going to be able to give a few damages or effects of procrastination. Of course, at the same time, see some of the cues that we may have to employ or engage in order to get rid of it. Excuse me. Now, very importantly, I want us to look at some of the reasons why people procrastinate. Number one, people procrastinate because of fear of failure. They are afraid to fail. People don't take action a lot of time because they are afraid of the outcome. They are not sure. They are unsure of the outcome. Every time failure is one thing that cripples your actions. That's why I said in one of my videos, I started to talk about another side, another side of failure, and I made it to understand that failure is not an enemy, so that you should stop seeing failure as an enemy, because it is not an enemy. People should not be afraid of failure. If you are afraid of fail, it's gonna cripple you. All right, it's gonna demotivate you. So fear of failure is the greatest form of fear. Many houses are not built today, many businesses are not started today, many homes are not built, many marriages are not happening, many relationships and not because of fear of failure. People, especially people that are afraid of failure, are people that failed before. It's either you failed before or you have seen someone fail before, and you know how bad it can be when you fail. But at the same time, if you build up a concept of failure, try to watch my video on another side of failure. It's going to help you to build up a different concept, mentality about failure. And so I said briefly, one of the reasons why people procrastinate is fear of failure. And the second reason people procrastinate is lack of motivation. Nothing to motivate you. You wake up in the morning, there's no motivating factor. You will not achieve tangible success if you're not motivated. People move because they're motivated. That's why a parent will tell the son, hey, if you come back with an A grade in this semester, I'm gonna do this for you. That gift, the award, becomes a motivating factor for the boy. Because every time he faced with a lesson or faced with a test in the class, the thing that rings in his mind is, oh, my father is going to do this for me, going to do that for me, going to do that for me, I'm going to make sure I get it. It should be a motivating factor. Something must be at stake in your life. If you cannot find anything to motivate you, create a dream to motivate yourself. Create a goal. Create a vision that every time you look at it, it motivates you. If you lack motivation, you're going to lack enthusiasm and you're going to lose passion for life. If you lack motivation, you will lose your hope and eventually your help. Because once you're hopeless, you're going to be helpless. And one of the reasons why people ain't helpless and hopeless is lack of motivation. I've seen a lot of people fall into depression. Why? Because they lack motivation. Parents, learn to motivate your kids. Husbands, learn to motivate your wives. Wives, learn to motivate your husbands. Pastors, don't just preach a message in the church. Preach a motivating messages. And these are some of the things that really encouraged me to get into the motivation speaking business. Because I discovered there's a lot of people out there that lack motivation. Someone need to motivate you. Someone need to encourage you. And so some of the reasons why people procrastinate, being unable to take actions when they are supposed to take actions, is because they lack motivation. I want to ask you a question. What motivates you? What kind of motivation do you have for that job that you're doing? Your motivation will mold your passion. Sustain your passion and your zeal for whatever it is that you're doing. If you lack motivation, it could be the pay that you're going to get at the end of the week. But there should be a motivation. If you lack motivation, you will be easily discouraged. And so you need to be motivated. People lack motivation, they can't take steps. They become inactive. Excuse me. They become inactive. So think about it. And the third thing that causes people to procrastinate is laziness, simply laziness. People are just lazy. Some people are just lazy. They're lazy to take action. They keep, oh man, it's time to get up from the bed, and they can't because of laziness. They want to sleep some more. They want to get some more sleep. I'm not saying it's wrong to sleep. But you don't stay in the bed when you have a lot of things to go, a lot of places to go, a lot of things to do. I was talking to someone one day and I said, if you place an alarm clock by your bedside, that alarm will not wake you up. Excuse me. An alarm clock by your bedside, that alarm will not wake you up. You know why? Because every time the alarm rings, you just stretch your right hand or your left hand, wherever the alarm is, just press it and snooze it. And you go on and sleep off. But if you want to be alerted by that alarm and be woken by that alarm, then you need to put the alarm across the room to the other side. You need to put it a little far from where you are. That's the only way you can. And so laziness is the reason why a lot of people don't take steps. They procrastinate. And now I'm going to deal with some of the effects, excuse me, effects of laziness, procrastination. Number one, putting things off will put yourself in a time debt, because procrastination is the stealer, is the thief. And what is it stealing? It's stealing your time. Every time you procrastinate, you push things off, you lose time. Because those things that you were supposed to do in the morning, you end up doing them in the evening when you're supposed to be doing something else. So you're stealing your time. And you have to pay for it. You pay for time with time. Remember, everyone has equal time, equal share of time in a day, 24 hours, whether you're rich, you're poor, you're tall, you're short, you're green, you're blue, you're black, you're rich. I don't care who you are. This is something that God gave everyone equally. Equal share of 24 hours every day. Excuse me. Number two, inaction. It destroys opportunity and kills the dreams. Every time you prevent yourself from taking steps or making moves or doing the right thing, you kill your opportunity. You kill your dreams. Dreams have been murdered, killed because of lack of action. Opportunities. Of course, you understand that greatness is a product of opportunity. Opportunities recognize, opportunities utilize. It's equal to greatness. So you don't dream about it. Greatness doesn't just jump on people. It's when you recognize the opportunity. I'm going to talk about opportunity sometime. But you recognize the opportunity you're using. But not if you're involved in procrastination, you kill your opportunity, you destroy opportunity. Because every time you are faced with an opportunity, all the opportunity requires from you is to take action, take advantage of it, take advantage of the opportunity and make use of it and get what you need to get and be where you're supposed to be. But you're procrastinating, you're pushing things off. What happens? You lose that opportunity, you kill it. And that opportunity is actually attached to your dream, your long-term dream. And then the third thing that procrastination will do to you is that it puts you under pressure. You're always in a hurry to get it done. And you get under pressure. When you have the time to do what you need to do, you didn't do it. Because if you don't do things when you're supposed to do it, when you're forced to do it when you're not supposed to do it, it gets you under pressure because now you have you're now using the time that you're supposed to use for other things and going to do something about yesterday. You know, things of yesterday has been crept into today. Now you're having issues dealing with 24 hours will not be enough for you because the things that you were supposed to do yesterday, you didn't do them yesterday. Now you brought them over to today. Of course, you're going to jam yourself and you're going to put you under serious pressure. If you want to live a pressure-free life, a stress-free life, then you need to do away with procrastination. Take action when you need to take action. Do it now. Now is the time. Stop pushing it up. Now is the time. If there is somebody say, "Oh, Pastor, when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it." Where is the bridge? You don't know. What about if you get there and there is no bridge to cross? What happens if there is any bridge to cross? Now is the time to cross the bridge. You don't wait for when you get there. You are already there. All right, the next thing that procrastination will do to you is that it makes easy tasks to appear very difficult. Someone said it makes easy tasks harder and hard tasks. I mean, this is something that you can go ahead and get rid of, but you keep pushing it, and the more you push it, the more difficult it becomes. The more difficult it becomes. It could be an issue in your marriage. Or your relationship. This is something that you can handle now and do away with it. But the longer it stays, the bigger it is. The bigger it is. And the bigger it is, the more difficult it becomes. There's something happen between you and your partner, or something between you and your wife, or you and your husband, and you guys could just sit down and get rid of it now that it's more. It grows. It expands. Because you keep pushing it, we're going to do that tomorrow. And I will talk to her tomorrow. No, okay, I will talk to her day after tomorrow. But day after tomorrow, it will not be the same that it was today. Or that it was yesterday. That's the truth. So procrastinator makes easy tasks harder. And another thing is that Procrastination may tamper with your reputation. How? Let's assume you made a promise. This happens all the time in the church. People go to church and make promises and go to programs and make promises. It's okay, I will donate this to the organization. And every time you remember you're supposed to donate it, you say, well, I'll do that tomorrow. Ah, well, I'll do that next week. Oh, well, I'll do that next month. You keep pushing it. What happened? You're damaging your reputation because you may end up not doing it. Because if you have to do it, if there is a promise, you need to do it. Get it done now. Because the more you push it ahead, it may end up damaging your reputation. And you wouldn't understand how you got there. But it's a little push off, a little put off. And I'll do that tomorrow. I'll be okay tomorrow. I'll do that next week. It'll be fine. You may never get there. So procrastination has a tendency or the ability to destroy your reputation. Someone said, now I know why people procrastinate, and I also know the things that are going to happen to me when I procrastinate. So how can I get rid of this procrastinating habit? Number one, this is what I practice. It's helped me, and I'm going to share with you as well. And I want you to try. There's no harm in trial, but believe me, it works. It's something that worked for a lot of people. It worked for me as well. It's still working for me. And what is that? Have a to-do list. I always tell people, have a to-do list. Always know how to list out, stipulate on the paper. Daily, weekly, monthly. I have all these lists. When you wake up in the morning, this is what I'm going to do today. You write them down. I need to be when I get to the office, these are the tasks that I need to perform, these are the things that I need to do, these places I need to go, I need to see this person, I need to stop by here, I need to be in Walmart, I need to be in Burlington, I need to be all over. Just put them down on the paper and put it right on your dashboard, on the dashboard of your car. With that, you're going to be looking at it all the time. And when anyone that you do, you cross it. At the end of the day, by the time you get home, you check your list. And every other time, you make sure you have a check on your list to find out which one have I done and which one have I not done. Why, excuse me, why have I not been able to do this? What can I do to get this thing done? It helps you a lot. Have the one for the month. You can start with daily, you have weekly, then you have monthly. That's how I do it. I do daily, I do weekly. Every Monday morning, I make a list of everything that I'm supposed to accomplish the week. It helps me. It can help you as well. With that, you always motivated to take action because I need to deal with this, I need to take care of this, I need to take care of that. It can help you. If you can start it, give it a try. Make a list of everything that you're supposed to do in a day, in a week, and in a month. Let's not go far to a year because that's a long time. But start with every day. Do it every week and go ahead and do it every month and see how far you go. And then the second thing you must do, you must try to get someone to be accountable to. Let somebody be a checkmate. It could be your spouse, it could be your partner, it could be a good, very close friend that you can trust. Let them checkmate you. Let them make sure that you do the thing that you're supposed to do. They have a to-do list. Let them always be accountable to someone. Don't always be, it's good to be your own boss, but don't always do the thing that you want to do and be free. Find someone that you can be accountable to. I'm accountable to my wife. I want to encourage you to find someone to be accountable to. It's going to help you. If you want to deal with procrastination, you're going to be accountable to someone. Someone need to ask you, hey, but what happened? You didn't do this. Well, you were supposed to do this. What happened? He said, oh, man, no, you need to do this. If you're not accountable to anyone, it doesn't matter when you look at everybody, I'm fine, I'll be okay, that's no problem. That's no problem, and it keeps piling up until it becomes a major issue in your life. And of course, that you have to stay motivated. Find something that motivates you. Create a motivating stuff. Something that keeps motivating you. Create it. Don't let people create it for you. Create your own motivation. Create your own motivation. It could be the music that you're listening to. You keep just find out music you keep listening to. Whatever the motivates you, maybe looking good or whatever the motivates you. Maybe making a lot of money. Just get involved. Get involved in it. Get involved. Make sure you keep motivating yourself every day. Find something to motivate. That means a lot of things that is going to happen in your life that will almost want to break you down and get you discouraged in life, especially if you have a big dream that you're pursuing. Some of you, if you are a dreamer like I am, a lot of times you will meet up with discouraging things, discouraging situations, circumstances that will stand right on your right in front of you, and and stare right in your face and tell you that you're not going anywhere, you're not going to make it, you're going to give up right here. But these are situations. But if you don't find a way to stay motivated, you're going to give up on the way. So one of the ways to deal with procrastination is to always stay motivated, stay energetic, always be on the move. Of course, the next one where I may have to end this one today is don't worry about failure. This leads us to the video as well. So make sure when you're watching this video, make a reference to go to my channel and find that video, another side of failure. It's going to help you to deal with this particular point, because I said don't worry about failure. And somebody said, Dr. Jeff, what do you mean by don't worry about failure? Of course you don't worry about failure, because failure is not an enemy, just an event. And failure is not an opposite of success. It is part of success. Don't worry about failure. Everybody has failed. Failure is the way to success. If you're not willing to fail, then you're not ready to succeed. And so don't worry, Pastor, I don't want people to talk. Let the people talk. Let the people talk. All right? Don't be afraid to fail. Don't worry about failure. Take action. Just do it. Give it a shot. Try it. If it doesn't work, come on, man. Go right back again. You need to talk to Thomas Edison. Tell you what happened when you were trying to invent electricity in the bulb and all of that. You need to talk to a lot of folks that have been through it. All these successful people, great men, that today, great successful businessmen, great successful inventors and scientists. You need to talk to them. And you need to tell you how many times they failed. So failure is not a problem. All right, failure is not something to worry about. So don't worry about failure. If you keep worrying about failure, you'll not be able to do what you do. The dream is, it will not come to pass. You have to make it come to pass. And that's the truth. You have some stuff in your mind, but you're scared to bring it out. You better bring it out. When you bring it out, it doesn't matter how people look at it. It just doesn't matter. Just keep making your moves, keep making more progress. It could be tough on you, but keep doing it. Don't be afraid of failure. Because if you're always afraid of failure, it's going to be difficult for you to deal with procrastination, because you always push things ahead of you. To do a recap, remember that I said to you that the reason why people do procrastinate is because of the fear of failure, number one. Of course, number two, the reason why another reason why people procrastinate is lack of motivation. And then number three, laziness. And I also mentioned a couple of dangers with procrastination, some of the effects of procrastination, negative effects though. And I said one of them is that it destroys dreams and kills opportunities. It puts you under pressure. It makes easy tasks to appear very hard. And it also tampers with your reputation. Very important. And if you want to deal with this procrastination, then you need to learn how to make a to-do list. Have a list of the things that you need to do per day, per week, and per month. Be accountable to someone. Find somebody that you'll be accountable to, that will be able to check you as a checkmate. Find a good friend. Find your partner. And then number three, stay motivated. Figure out how to be motivated. The things that motivate you, keep doing those things. Always have something at stake. And it's going to help you to stay on track. And then finally, don't worry about failure. Go ahead and do what you're supposed to do. That is in your mind, put it to work. It doesn't matter how stupid it sounds or look. Just keep doing it. It doesn't matter how people are going to look at it. It makes no sense. Just do it. If you fail, try again. You fail, try one more time. Some people fail a lot of times and finally got it. When you do all of this, you're on your way to the top, and that's where you belong. And I look forward to seeing you right at the top. Thank you so much for watching me today. Once again, before I go, I ask you to share this video to encourage somebody. And at the same time, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and look for other videos on my channel that's going to help you in your situation. My name is Dr. Jeff, your coach, and I'll see you again. Have a wonderful day.